Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Aer City Pack Pro, which is a pretty epic 22-liter tech and everyday carry bag. A little while back we looked at the Aer City Pack, which was a more compact version of this. It had a little bit of a different organizational layout, but a very solid, minimal, everyday bag. I really have enjoyed using that over the past couple of months, so I was excited to see Aer release a larger version of the bag with some additional features and an updated layout. I've had a chance to use it over the past couple of weeks, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my experience testing it. I'll show you how I've loaded it out, walk through all the features, and I'll also talk about how it compares to some of the other similar bags that are currently on the market. Before jumping into the video, I want to thank the company for sending the bag for me to test out. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the overall aesthetic, the appearance here is very similar to the City Pack or even something like the Flight Pack 3, so it has Aer's typical kind of minimal, modern, and techy styling that has always felt very versatile. It works great for exploring a city, for taking it into the office, or even for traveling. As far as the materials, the bag feels very ruggedly built. You have the same 1680D ballistic nylon that Aer has used across many of their bags in the past, and this has always held up well for me over the years. It offers plenty of durability, weather resistance. It's also pretty easy to clean. I like the aesthetic that it gives the bag. And then you also have some really nice YKK zippers all throughout. Continuing along the outside of the bag, I was happy to see that you do have an external water bottle pocket. This was able to hold the same 20-ounce water bottle that I show in a lot of my other daily bag videos pretty comfortably. I wouldn't place anything too much bigger than that in here. It feels like it would start to be a pretty tight fit and maybe even dig into the main area. So a 32-ounce Nalgene I don't think is going to work very well here. I do like that the compartment has this elastic here to give you a little bit of flexibility, and it's also going to help pull the compartment close to the bag when it's not in use to maintain a cleaner overall look. On top of the compartment, you also have a little D-ring here, which is going to be a good spot to maybe attach something with a carabiner, such as a hand sanitizer or something like that. On the other side of the bag, one change I wanted to call out from the City Pack is that you no longer have a side handle here, which I was a little bit sad to see, so you can't carry this like a briefcase. Side handles are also nice for pairing with luggage pass-throughs if the bags have those. So this has been replaced with an external pocket that I'll take a closer look at later in the video, but just wanted to call that out, as that is one of the bigger differences between the newer version and the older version. And then at the top you have an excellent top handle. Aer always does a great job of incorporating kind of comfortable, thick, durable feeling handles. You have this nice seatbelt-like material, and it's just great for picking the bag up or holding it when you don't want to wear it on your shoulders. As far as the capacity, the bag comes in at about 22 liters, which is a really great daily bag size in my opinion. So it's going to give you a little bit more space than something like the Flight Pack 3 or the original City Pack, but it's not going to be as big as something like the Travel Pack 3 Small, which comes in at 28 liters. So a really kind of sweet spot for EDC usage. It's able to hold everything that I normally like to carry with me without feeling overwhelmingly big. And I like that when the bag is a little bit more packed out, it maintains a pretty slim profile, which made it great for navigating crowded areas, jumping onto public transit, and carrying on to pretty much any domestic or international airline. Taking a look at the straps and the back paneling, so far the bag has been really comfortable to wear. I'm always a fan of Aer's harness systems, and this one is no different. It has really great, comfortable padding on the straps. It's pretty thick, soft. On the inside you have a meshy, breathable fabric, and then the straps also have a great width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's a little bit more packed out. On the straps you also have an additional D-ring, again good for maybe hanging your sunglasses or clipping on additional accessories, and then you have an adjustable and removable sternum strap to help distribute the weight, which has a magnetic buckle to make it very easy to get this on and off. One thing to call out on the straps, similar to the previous version of the City Pack, the straps here come out a little bit more to help the bag contour around your shoulder, so it's got some extra fabric here, kind of like Evergood's bags have done in the past, so it just comes up and it just creates a little bit of a better fit on your shoulders, especially if you wear the bag a little bit higher. I think this is a nice improvement. Hope to see this in more bags from Aer in the future. And then taking a look at the back paneling, this has also been really comfortable. You have the same sort of padding here that just feels great, breathable. You also have plenty of elevation here to create an air channel to provide you with some ventilation and airflow while you're walking around throughout the day. And you also have a nice luggage pass-through that's going to allow you to rest the bag on a suitcase while traveling to save some weight on your back. Jumping into the organizational options, the bag has a nice variety of pockets all throughout. Starting off on the side, you have a new compartment here that's going to be great for accessing any smaller items that you need to get to a little bit more quickly. I like that this has a vertical orientation so that you can swing the bag around and be able to access the pocket without taking the bag all the way off. A nice Hypalon zipper pull here. And even though this is a slightly slimmer compartment, it actually has a pretty decent amount of space for anything larger that you might want to store. In my case, I currently just have a portable battery in here, but this would be a good spot for maybe something like your phone, even your sunglasses. And then you also have a lanyard with a nice carabiner here, which is going to be a good spot for maybe your keys or a multi-tool. At the top of the bag, you have a really great quick access pocket. Has this locking style YKK zipper, so you can't open it easily unless you flip the tab up. Has a zipper garage here to give you some additional protection against the elements. And then this is gonna offer a decent amount of space, again, for any items that you need to grab more regularly during the day or that are a little bit more delicate, as this does have a soft fleece lining on the inside. Currently what I have in here is my Apple Magic Mouse. Then I also have my AirPods. So a nice amount of space here. Even for your sunglasses or maybe for your phone while going through TSA. One thing to note about this compartment is that it does poke into the main area, so however much you load this out, it may take away some of the capacity that you have in that space. On the front, you have two additional organizational compartments. Starting off first at the top, this has changed a little bit from some of the layouts that Aer has used in the past. Typically they have a larger admin compartment that goes lower down, so it has a zipper that extends, and then the volume of that compartment goes all the way down to the bottom of the bag. Now it just kind of stops here at the middle. So this has been adjusted, and I think this works well as it gives you a little bit more flexibility with what you can store in the front zippered compartment, which has been a pain point on some of Aer's bags in the past. People have, said that it's just harder to use this compartment when you have some larger accessories down at the bottom of the admin area. So I think this is a really smart update here, and I like this style of compartment that's just a really nice kind of dump style area where you have plenty of volume for larger items that you want to throw in, such as your sunglasses. If you use a case like me, this is a great spot to just kind of toss them in, be able to grab them. I have my GoPro here, and then I also tossed in a little headlamp that I like to carry with me. And so a decent amount of volume here. It comes up. And then you also still have some internal organization for smaller items that you still want to be able to have easy access to. So you have one elastic slip pocket here, which I currently am using for a little manicure set that I typically carry with me, but it might be a good spot for a portable battery, for some cables, maybe a mouse. And then on the back, you have a zippered compartment. It does have this sort of meshy material here, so you can have some elasticity, have a little bit of visibility into the compartment. It's slightly dark, but I can tell that there's a cable in here. So yeah, that's what I have at the moment, is a lightning cable with the power brick to charge my tablet and my phone. Below that, you have another simple compartment similar to the ones that we've seen on many of Aer's bags in the past. So a well-protected, aqua-guarded zipper garage here. I also like that you have the pull tabs to make it a little bit easier to open. And because of the change in layout, you now have a little bit more volume and flexibility with what you can store here. So this compartment is a lot more usable than it has been in other iterations of Aer's bags. So I really like this update. And currently what I have in this compartment is just a deck of playing cards. I have a little pouch from Tom Bin. This is the Ghost Whale pouch that has just some of my smaller tech and EDC items. And then I also managed to fit my Kindle e-reader. The next area that we're going to be taking a look at is the laptop compartment, and I like that this also has an aqua-guarded zipper to give you a little bit more protection if you happen to get caught in some light rain. So opening this up, this is a top-loading compartment, which I'm a fan of, so that it makes it very easy to just reach down and grab my laptop when I place my backpack next to me at a coffee shop or at the office. And so there's been some improvements here from some of the prior laptop sleeves that we've seen. It looks like the sleeve itself is a little bit kind of thicker, more padded. It feels really robust and nice. It's also suspended off the bottom of the ground. This is going to be able to hold up to a 15 or 16 inch laptop. Currently what I have here is my 13-inch MacBook Pro. You can see that it fits in there comfortably. And so pulling my device out, now with the sleeve empty, you can get a better look at the inside. On the back, you have some great fleece lining to help prevent against scratching. Would have been nice to maybe see that on the front as well. It's only on the back, but it's still nice to have that extra bit of protection. The sleeve is also pulled away from the sides of the bag, which I really like. Again, so not just if you place your bag down is it protected, but also if you place it on the side, it's just nice that it's kind of isolated from all the areas of the bag where it might make contact with the ground. And then it comes up a decent amount, so if you have a thicker device, it should be able to fit in there pretty comfortably as well. So just a really great implementation here. definitely feels like my laptop is going to be safe while I'm running around throughout the day. And then one last thing to call out in this compartment is that you do have an elastic slip pocket here as well, which doesn't have a ton of padding, but is going to be a good spot to maybe just store something like your tablet if you want to be able to grab it easily. The last area that we're going to be taking a look at is the main compartment. And this is now a full clamshell style opening, so that's a little bit different from the original City Pack, which was a top loading bag. So it's a really nice update here, as I am a big fan of this style of bag. It just makes it very easy to pack everything out and reach whatever you need to. And you also just have a lot of space and flexibility with this type of a layout. At 22 liters, I was definitely able to hold all the items that I would typically carry with me. You can see I stored some bulkier items too, just to kind of show how the space could be used. So diving in, at the top here I have my Beat Studio headphones with their hard shell case. And then I also have my DJI Mavic Mini with its own case. Below that I have a packable rain jacket, which I've started to use a lot as the summers have been quite rainy. I have the Evergood Civic Access pouch, which is one of my favorites, particularly while working remotely at the office. I have a full-size moleskin notebook. And then the last thing that I currently have in here is my Levitate portable standing desk. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. On the back, you have an elastic slip pocket, which might be a good spot for something like your shoes. If you're using this as a gym bag, could also be a good spot to store other notebooks or flatter items. I typically don't use these too much. I like to have all my stuff just laying on top so that there's no bulging, but still nice to have it. If you want to use it, it just stays out of the way. Otherwise, here at the top, you can get a sense of how much volume the quick access pocket takes from this main area when it's in use. And I just love the amount of space and this layout, as it also allows me to use this bag for minimal travel. So this would definitely be able to handle a larger packing cube, an extra pair of shoes, a dop kit, and I could easily use this for a longer weekend trip. And then on the front flap of the compartment, you have two additional zippered pockets to give you some extra flexibility for organizing your stuff. On the bottom, you have a larger one that isn't see-through. It doesn't have any sort of mesh, so this might be a good spot for items that are a little more sensitive or that you don't access as regularly. Might be good for storing some documents, extra cash, maybe some medicines or toiletries if you're using this for travel. I actually left this empty to be able to take full advantage of the space at the bottom of the compartment. Sometimes they can kind of collide, so I don't use this one as much. And then at the top, you have another one that has the same sort of elastic mesh that we've seen on other parts of the bag, and so this feels just really well built, and I like that it gives you some visibility into what you have stored here. Being at the top, it also makes it a little bit easier to access, so it almost works as another quick access pocket. At the moment, the only thing that I have in here is a little Band-Aid tin with some ointment, but you know, lots of flexibility for other sort of tech accessories that I might want to have with me. So just really love the overall layout and space offered in this main area and throughout the rest of the bag. Aer continues to refine on some of their already really excellent bags. I love the updates that have been made to this version, and if you're looking for a versatile, comfortable, and durable tech and EDC backpack, this is going to be a really tough one to beat. And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the Aer City Pack Pro over the past couple of weeks. You can currently purchase this on the company site for about $200, which is definitely a bit of an investment, but to me it feels like a pretty reasonable price considering the features and build quality that it has to offer, and it also compares well to other similar bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, the first bags that this made me think of were some of the updates that were made to the travel collection recently, such as the Flight Pack 3 and the Travel Pack 3 Small. They have a lot of similarities as far as the aesthetic and the organizational layout. The sizing is going to be a little bit different. The Flight Pack 3 comes in at a slightly smaller size, around 20 liters. The Travel Pack 3 Small comes in at 28 liters, so it's a little bit more of a larger EDC or minimal travel bag, and this one sits at 22 liters, as I mentioned during the video. So if you're looking for something that has a little bit more capacity or less, that's definitely going to be something to consider. They all have really great kind of laptop protection, comfortable harness systems, great build quality. The Flight Pack 3 does offer the side handles and the ability to hide the shoulder straps and wear it as a shoulder bag if you wanted to use it in that fashion. The Travel Pack 3 Small, again, is just going to give you some additional kind of functionality in the harness system. You have compression straps. The laptop and tech compartment is going to be slightly different. But in general, all are going to be fantastic options. And again, if you're looking for something with a little bit of a different size, but the same aesthetic and design language as this bag, then I definitely recommend you check those out. The next bag this made me think of is the Bellroy Transit Work Pack, which has been one of my favorite kind of minimal work and everyday bags that I've used over the past year. Really great, kind of sophisticated aesthetics, solid build quality. It's not gonna have all the same organizational options as this. It's a little bit more simplified. It also has a great laptop compartment that's suspended, padded. It's comfortable to wear. I don't think the harness system on the Transit Work Pack is quite as robust as this, but it still feels great. Lots of durability. It looks really good with a more professional outfit. And so if you're looking for something that has, this type of a vibe, that has a clamshell style opening, that comes in at around a 20-liter size range, so it's a little bit more streamlined and compact than this, while still being able to hold quite a bit, then I definitely recommend you check that one out. Another bag this made me think of is the Alpha 19er Whitley Pack, which is a newer option that we looked at pretty recently. Really great build quality and harness system on that one. It also has a clamshell style opening, some nice organizational options, a well padded and suspended laptop sleeve. That one has a little bit of a more streamlined organizational layout. The laptop compartment is not separate from the main area, which is something to consider. It also comes in at 20 liters, so it's maybe slightly smaller than this, but it has, external water bottle pockets, nice organizational pockets to be able to grab anything that you need for all of your tech and EDC essentials. And it's also offered in a few different material choices, such as X-Pack fabric, multicam. There's some interesting options there. It comes in at around the $200 price point, maybe a little bit less if you go with the 500D Cordura. And it's just a really great, minimal and durable bag. So if you're looking for something that's kind of like this, but that maybe has a little bit more of a subdued aesthetic, it's a little bit more minimal, then that's gonna be one of the best options to consider. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the Evergood CPL, which has been updated pretty recently to their third version, which includes a new fabric and a more breathable back panel. I haven't had a chance to use that, so comparing it to the second version, which is what I still have, it's a really good alternative if you're looking for something that, again, has a more subdued, minimal aesthetic that's not so techy looking. It's gonna fit in a little bit more into the outdoors as a crossover pack, which Evergoods makes. It's something that is gonna give you a nice place to put your hydration bladder while still offering a well-padded laptop compartment. The organizational layout on the CPL is also one of my favorites, as it doesn't go overboard with offering a ton of pockets, but the pockets that it does offer have their own volume. They're easy to use, they're well thought out. Has a clamshell style opening. It doesn't have some of the nice bonuses that this has, such as the external water bottle pockets, the luggage pass-through. I haven't had a chance to test the breathability on that back paneling, but based off my experience with the Evergood CTB, I feel like it'll be pretty close. My preference might still lean towards the back panel here, but with all those things said, if you're looking for just a rock solid bag that's gonna give you a smidge more capacity at 24 liters and it's gonna have one of the best organizational layouts that you can find, then that's gonna be a fantastic option to check out. With that being said, the Aer City Pack Pro holds up really well against all those options and has quickly become one of my favorite bags of the year. And if you're looking for a versatile, comfortable, and durable tech bag that's gonna offer a clamshell style opening and plenty of organization and protection for everything that you need to carry with you, this is gonna be a fantastic option to take a look at. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you all think of the City Pack Pro and how it compares to some of the other great tech and EDC bags that we've looked at in the past. And if there are any similar options that you think I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank the company again for sending the bag for me to test out, and to you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.